Hello everyone, my name is Brecken. I'm the average Catholic convert, and in this video we're going to be answering the question, what is theology? If you enjoy these videos and would like to see more, make sure to like and subscribe and to turn on post notifications so you can always be up to date with new uploads. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So, what is theology? Theology is the science of God and divine realities. Other things can be considered in theology if and only if they are ordered towards God, making God the primary object of theology, and anything else being considered secondary. When discussing theology, we can consider two types of theology: natural theology and supernatural theology, or just theology, simply in the strict sense. But what exactly is the difference between the two? Well, to distinguish the two, we first want to define the material object and the formal object of these two theologies. For those who do not know, the material object of a thing is the thing being considered. The formal object is the structure or guide by which the material object is studied. Now back to the two types of theologies. Natural theology gains knowledge of God by natural reason. When applying this to the structure we just discussed, we would say that natural theology gains its material object, i.e. God, by natural reason, making natural reason its formal object. In supernatural theology, the material object, being God, remains the same, but where it differs from natural theology is in the formal. Supernatural theology gains knowledge of God by divine revelation and the assent of faith. Therefore, instead of the formal object being natural reason, the formal object is now divine revelation and the assent of faith. With that being said and those two being distinguished, how do we know theology? And how can we be sure about these beliefs? When doing theology, natural theology and supernatural theology must be considered together. Meaning, in theology we must not proceed by reason alone, but also by faith. When discussing how the articles of faith and reason work together, we can look at it in this way. The objective principles of theology are the articles of faith. That being said, what are the articles of faith? The articles of faith are supernatural truths revealed by God, which us believers are called to believe and accept. They are distinct from mere opinions or pious beliefs, as they are grounded in divine revelation and in the authority of the Church. The articles of faith, especially those found in the creed, such as the Apostles' Creed or the Nicene Creed, provide a common unity and foundation for all Christians. This unity is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the faith and preventing schisms in the Church. The articles of faith serve as the fundamental principles upon which all theological inquiry is built. They guide the understanding of God, Christ in his humanity, salvation, and the Church, forming an organic whole that encompasses the entirety of Christian teaching. On the other hand, we would say that the subjective principles of theology are reasoned, illumined by faith. In this context, subjective principles refers to the internal, personal aspects of theological understanding. This includes the individual's capacity to reason, experience, and the personal acceptance of faith. It emphasizes how each believer engages with the truths of the faith through their own spiritual and intellectual faculties. When we speak of reason, it is the human capacity to think, understand, and form judgments. It is a gift from God that allows individuals to explore, analyze, and comprehend the world around them, including divine truths. In theology, reason is employed to articulate and systematize beliefs, making them intelligible and coherent. The phrase illumined by faith indicates that faith enhances and enriches reason. Faith provides a context and a framework through which reason can operate more effectively. It opens the mind to deeper truths that are not known by reason alone. Faith therefore acts as a guiding light, a light that helps us navigate the complexities of divine revelation and theological concepts. So how do we synthesize faith and reason? Well, faith acts as a foundation for reason. The articles of faith provide the foundational truths that guide theological reflection. They establish the parameters within which reason operates. Faith offers a context that enriches the understanding of these truths, allowing reason to explore their implications and applications more deeply. Conversely, reason plays a crucial role in articulating and defending the articles of faith. It allows believers to engage with their faith intellectually, providing rational explanations and justifications for their beliefs. This engagement can lead to a more profound appreciation and understanding of the faith. The theologians of the Church employ a method that involves both faith and reason. They use the articles of faith as the starting point and use reason to analyze, interpret, and communicate these truths. This process involves critical thinking, historical context, and philosophical inquiry, all of which are informed by the faith that strengthens their work. The integration of faith and reason also involves engaging with the Church's tradition, that being the teachings of the Church's magisterium. Theologians must consider how historical interpretations and doctrinal developments relate to contemporary understandings, ensuring that their reasonings remain faithful to the core articles of the faith. Due to this clear dependence on faith, theology is therefore called the science of faith. Why? Because as I have demonstrated, theology is the study of divinely revealed things by God, which can only be received by faith, and our guide in understanding these revealed truths are our human reason illumined by the light of faith. Now, I know I've been mentioning faith a lot in this video, but what exactly do I mean by faith? Well, to quote Vatican I, it states, quote, "Faith is a supernatural virtue, whereby, inspired and assisted by the grace of God, we believe that what he has revealed is true, not because the intrinsic truth of things is recognized by the natural light of reason, but because of the authority of God himself, who reveals them, who can neither err nor deceive." Now, for us Catholics, the proximate rule of faith is the magisterium of the Church. The term proximate norm indicates that the magisterium is the immediate source of guidance for Catholics on matters of faith and morals. In contrast, the remote norm would be the ultimate source of truth, which is God himself. Therefore, the magisterium acts as the interpreter and mediator of these ultimate truths. The magisterium possesses the authority to make definitive pronouncements on matters of faith and morals. That being, when the magisterium teaches infallibly, for example when defining dogmas of the Church, it is believed that these teachings are free from error due to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. And by adhering to the teachings of the magisterium, Catholics maintain a unified understanding of the faith, which we stated earlier is essential for the integrity of the Church. To wrap up everything I've just stated, the interplay between the objective principles of theology and the subjective principles of reason illumined by faith is vital for a robust and lived faith experience. The articles of faith provide a solid foundation, while reason, guided by faith, enables individuals to comprehend and internalize these truths. The magisterium's role as the proximate norm of faith ensures that the teachings of the Church remain consistent and authoritative. Together, these elements foster a deep understanding of the Catholic faith, allowing believers to engage with the mysteries of God in a meaningful and coherent manner. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to continue to help my channel grow, to allow for more people to gain an understanding of the Catholic faith. If you would like, be sure to drop a like and a comment, and share this video with someone who might benefit from it. With that being said, have a prayerful and a fruitful Lenten season, and God bless.